Today we will be demonstrating the difference between house wrap, felt paper, and the new ProLine Plank Flashing from Tamlyn, designed to keep water from entering the cavity behind the plank. Unlike either of the other products, the ProLine Plank Flashing is, number one, rigid enough to close the gap behind the plank, and number two, engineered to force the water downward, preventing it from traveling horizontally. The specially designed membrane creates troughs and a gap that does not require caulk. You see, in a wind-blown rain, the cavity between the siding and the house wrap is at a lower pressure than its exterior face. This pressure pulls the water inward through siding butt joints, seams, and holes. What does this mean? Simply that water gets inside the building envelope, costing millions in repair. We all know it. Our mock-up today is secured into place and made level. We have 1/8 inch gaps at the butt joints and will spray water from a distance of 12 to 16 inches away from the joints with approximately 15 pounds of pressure. To demonstrate how the ProLine Plank Flashing works, we have engineered a sample flashing out of plexiglass with only 2 strips of membrane, not the 4 that are found on the ProLine Plank Flash. We will begin spraying the water on the butt joint for the duration of the video, over 4 minutes, purposely allowing the water to make contact with the outside membrane. You will be amazed to see the flow of water as it enters the butt joint. Our first test is on a polymembrane, a product similar to visqueen. As you can see, because the membrane is not rigid, it cannot possibly prevent water intrusion in a wind-driven rain, and in fact, it's so soft it can actually create wrinkles that promote water intrusion. Next, we have common house wrap. Keep in mind, house wrap is a great product, but not when used as a butt joint flashing. House wrap should not be considered the first line of protection against water penetration. We feel that fiber cement siding is an extraordinary product and should be the first line of defense. The 15-pound felt paper is tested next, with the same results. Folks, we're not trying to embarrass anyone. We're just ready to prove to the industry that it's time for a change and we can protect the building envelope from water intrusion and all of the damage that accompanies it. Finally, we have Tamlyn's new ProLine Plank Flashing. 4 strips of membrane create 3 troughs which drain water from behind the plank. The flashing is rigid, thereby not allowing air or water to get between the back of the plank and the flashing. Folks, this butt joint is as dry as the Sahara Desert. Let's take a look at the plexiglass, how the water gushes into the cavity but is stopped cold by the membrane. Also notice the water penetration at the fastener. This happens every day in buildings across America. Keep in mind, the plexiglass only has 2 membranes for demonstration purposes, and not the 4 as on the ProLine Plank Flashing, which would prevent water from reaching the fastener. Obviously, the butt joints are not the only problem area. We want to see the water stopped at what we call the trim joints. Our first demonstration is with the industry standard 1/8 inch gap at the corner. As you can see, there is nothing to stop or even slow down the gushing water which runs down the entire inside of the building envelope. Now let's see what happens when we use the new ProLine Trim Flashing. As you can see, all water is stopped, trapped by the membrane and pushed out through the trough. Water penetrates butt joints and seams in a matter of seconds, regardless of which currently available product you prefer to use. Tamlyn's new ProLine Flashing series offers unprecedented protection. And because of the membrane, the flashing acts as a gasket and won't leak at the fastener site. Also, there is no need for caulk. You can color coordinate the flashing with the fiber cement plank. Tamlyn has really hit a home run with this one. It's time to get serious about water intrusion and the damage it causes. It's time to change the industry, and you can join us now with the new ProLine Plank Flashing and ProLine Trim Flashing from Tamlyn.